right, welcome everyone. Farmer Cup here. So I just wanted to kind of update you guys for you guys that aren't necessarily in the loop. And this is something that was pretty cool, so I wanted to talk a little bit about it, some of my hopes and stuff like that for it. So I did do a video about Farming Simulator 22 a little while back. It's been a while. I'm not a news channel by any means or anything like that. It's not what I claim to be or anything like that. But this is something that I am super excited about, and I wanted to do a video on it just to talk about a little bit, what I'm hoping and stuff like that. And just to give you guys some updates as far as the future of what the channel is going to look like, having these things in place and stuff like that. But we're going to talk about the production chain. So if we go here into the Giants website here in Farming Simulator. So again, first look, production chains in Farming Simulator 22. They announced this today as I'm recording this. So if we scroll down here, it says get your production chain started in Farming Simulator 22, and don't stop with selling the wheat after harvesting. Instead, deliver it to the grain mill so it gets processed into fine flour and bring it to the local bakery. Then you decide what they'll do with it. So that's pretty cool. We'll talk about the pictures here in a second as well. So what's new exactly? It says there are a lot of new building types in Farming Simulator 22. While some are already placed in the new maps and ready to take your goods to further processing, you can also build them yourself, making them your business your business to expand your farm operation. Since the feature is still a work in progress, we won't show you everything today, which makes sense. One of the businesses being part of the production chain is the bakery. If you want to generate income from delicious cakes or fluffy bread, you need to supply them with flour, sugar, and butter as well as other ingredients. That's awesome, guys. To get those, you will have to visit other links of the chain, like the grain mill, dairy, or sugar mill. Your new bread and butter. Look at our photo here. We'll talk about how you get one resource from one point to another is your choice. Either haul it yourself if your farming business is able to handle loads of goods, or let the businesses do the heavy lifting for a fee, of course. The grain mill or sugar mill, for example, let you decide if to transport the processed goods to the next link in the chain yourself, or if the mills deliver them. Also, in case of the bakery, you can decide if they sell produced goods directly, or if you can distribute them to the local supermarket, restaurant, or farmer's market to generate even more income. One way or another, if you're selling baskets full of freshly baked bread instead of just the harvested wheat, you'll make more money. Especially since you not only have various options on what to produce, you can start multiple productions at once. Just make sure you provide the necessary resources to keep the production going. More info to follow. Stay tuned. We'll go into more depth in production chains and Farming Simulator 22 soon. Also, if you haven't marked your calendar yet, you should not miss this year's FarmCon from July 21st to 23rd. We're streaming daily, presenting you lots of news about the game. It's free to watch on our official Farming Simulator Twitch channel. Also, subscribers to our links, and yeah, it's got some links in there. So anyhow, yeah, this is cool. If I remember, which hopefully I do, I will link this down below in the description. One thing too to note about FarmCon, I will be attending that obviously virtually because it's virtual this year. I will be attending that those 3 days. I have those 3 days off of work, and I will be posting a video, at least one video a day on those, just to talk about what happened. So if you can't be there, don't worry. I will be posting that, and I'm sure DJ Goham and other people like that are going to do stuff like that as well. So let's talk about a couple things. So this is great. I'm really excited. So new types of buildings. Obviously, we have production now. That's great. Now, a couple things I like. If we're looking at the production here, a couple things I like about it. Actually, we'll just switch over to this real quick, this scene here. This has those 3 screenshots that I wanted to talk about anyways. So one thing I like about what they're talking about is you don't have to move everything yourself. So whether it's pallets or bulk, you don't have to move it yourself. You can pay these people to transport it for you. I like that. I think that's great, and I think that needs to be a good aspect to the game. Now, we also can assume that this is going to be on consoles as well, since this is a base game aspect, basically what it sounds like. It's not saying they're not saying it's only going to be PC, so I'm looking at this as they're probably going to bring something similar to Global Company to everybody. I mean, they already have some production on consoles given, but this is going to be different. It's going to be better. It's going to be designed that way by the game makers, which means it's not going to require Global Company, so it's going to work even better than Global Company, which is going to be great. So that's something I'm very excited about. The other thing I like is there's multiple productions, so you have to put in multiple inputs to get different things, and you don't have to go all the way to the end, so you can sell these things halfway through. So it says, again, if you make fine flour, it sounds like you should be able to make it. So if you take your wheat and you produce it one step into fine flour, for example, it sounds like you should be able to sell that fine flour if you don't want to go any further, or you can then move it along the chain and make more and more, and the further you go, the more and more money you make. Now, I do hope that while you do make more money with the chain going that way, I do hope that it's not so overpowered that it's just too much, like you're making too much money too fast. Obviously, you should be making a lot of money if you have built up a really good factory system. But yeah, so let's take a look at these photos. So the bottom left-hand corner, that looks like a grain mill. Obviously, it says grain mill on it. It says something golden grain mill. Now, I do see pallets there, which scares me a little bit. I like bulk products. I'm hoping we can load these into bulk bins and such like that. though it does give the indication that if these are going to be base game, oh man, that means there's gonna be so many different more fill types. It sounds like just off the bat in there. And if you're confused about any of this stuff, as soon as Farming Simulator 22 comes out, I will be doing tutorials on every aspect of the game, including production now, since this is a basic aspect of the game. So I'm going to be doing tutorials on all of it. So if you don't understand any of it, don't worry, not a big deal. It'll all come together as we get there. So yeah, bottom left hand corner, that's what that kind of looks like. The bottom right hand corner looks like maybe like the sugar mill or something. I can't see. Let me go back over to. Let's go back over to this real quick. If I look. I'd zoom in on that. Oh, natural oil. So it's probably like maybe you can make like sunflower oil and stuff like that. That's what that looks like to me. So that would be kind of cool if you could do that. Let's go back up here. And this, obviously looks like just the grain mill. Golden Field grain mill. And looks like, can we see what we have here? I can't read it. Wheat flour. That says wheat flour for sure. So that says wheat flour on the box. That's awesome. So there we go. Okay. Let's take a look at the other photo. I just want to look at these just because I'm analyzing them. Morgan's Bakery. So this looks like a bakery, obviously. So it looks like there's bread in there. Look at that. There's pallets of bread. If we look in there, zoom in there, pallets of bread. Looks like there's a gator here. So maybe Gator's base game. Was it base game? It wasn't base game before, was it? No. It was like a DLC. So maybe it's a base game option now. But anyhow, I'm pretty excited about all this stuff. So that's very cool. I'm pretty pumped about that. I hope you guys are too. If you don't like production 2, again, you can sell the wheat just as wheat. You don't have to. It's not like it's changing the game, so it's going to be just completely different. You can still just do what you normally would do before farming and everything like that. But anyhow, guys, I just wanted to just kind of bring this stuff up and again talk about how it's going to mean for the channel, which for the channel is just going to mean we're going to do more tutorial videos. We're going to teach you guys how to do every aspect of Farm Sim. That's what I do here on the Farmer Cop channel and all that good stuff. So anyhow, guys, stay tuned for more to come. If you guys enjoyed this video, drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching.